brought to you by DistroKid. Please subscribe. Hey, I'm the Bun and welcome to my channel. This is Baritone Obsessed. This is a show where we talk about baritone guitars on the longer side of things, on the lower side of things, going super low. And today we are talking about the Danelectro. Let's grab it here. We're talking about the Danelectro Vintage Semi-Hollow Baritone. Today, instead of a traditional guitar demo, we are going to use the Dano to record a track. We're going to use it in a way that addresses some of the shortcomings of the guitar. We're going to write, record, and release a swampy sludge track. The reason we're doing a swampy sludge track is in the last Danelectro video, the 56 baritone video I did maybe a year and a half ago. With that guitar, there was a clip near the end that was this sludgy little bit, and I was like, oh, this guitar is great for sludge and doom. We're going to use the Black Wolf by Wounded Paw Audio. We're going to go through building a track. We're going to record, mix, and master it in Reaper. And finally, we'll share the track with the whole world. We'll get it out there. We will publish it. And we're going to publish it via DistroKid. And that'll get us up to Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play Music, YouTube Music, Amazon Music, etc. And I'd love to give a huge thanks to the folks at DistroKid for sponsoring this video, because this is a very ambitious video and it's taking a very long time to make. Personally, I've been using DistroKid since 2016. I put my Foreigns Metropolitan album out in June of 2016. DistroKid makes it really easy, affordable, and fast, very fast, to distribute your music on all the major platforms like Spotify, Apple, etc., etc. In addition to DistroKid helping me make this video, they want to help you guys out if you want to try their platform out at a slightly lower rate. I think they got like a 7% discount or something like that on an already very, very low price. If you go to the distrokid.com/VIP/thebun, if you use that link to sign up to DistroKid, you'll get a little bit of a break. I'll get a little bit of a kick on that, and everything will be awesome. Everybody wins. So we're gonna head over to the desk and the computer, and we're gonna get everything set up to record some sludgy, swampy tracks. We're using the Danelectro. Obviously, this video is about taking this Danelectro. Is it any good for making music with? Yeah, of course it is. So the other thing we're going to be using today is the Black Wolf by Wounded Paw Audio. I did a demo on this box, so there's a link somewhere in the description probably. It's the Dano into the Decimator, into the Black Wolf, into another gate, the inline gate in Positive Grid, a tube screamer, and this tube screamer I think is maxed. Yeah, it's maxed into a dual rectifier with a very, very modest setting. The main hook. I think that's what we're gonna do. That sounds pretty good. I kind of was a little early on the one there, but we're gonna make them blocks. We're gonna make them blocks right now. The test is you make a loop, and does it loop seamlessly? Perfect, the intro bit. So what is that gonna sound like? I wanted to do like a single, like kind of a repeating thing. It was all broken up. What note? Where is it gonna be? Right, it's gonna be the flat 5, so we're gonna start on the flat 5 of the blues G minor or G minor blues, whatever. And the reason I'm gonna start there is because it's high tension, because that's fun. I don't know, I'm just having fun, so I don't play the blues, as you know already. Does it loop? That's what we want to know now. So let's cut it into a block here. So what's interesting about this riff is it's actually a fractured signature. And I just put all the flavor bends in it. The next thing would be like transitions, things that glue everything together, bring us from one part to another part. Let's record it. Sounds great. And we're just gonna make it into a block. These are not final parts. We're just making blocks that we can move around and write with. So we want to elaborate on some of this stuff. So that part right there, I want to kind of use that. I want to just take that and make that like a more epic part. So we'll just do that right now, and we'll put it after this stuff. This here, this is going to be the intro. So actually, let's move that. Boom. Let's put it where it's going to be. Let's get rid of this time selection. Click is on. Wham. So these are our two parts. We'll put them together and see if they work together. Take the loop off. I think it would be played better, but that's not what it's about right now. It's about writing. And this is our transition. What is this? Right, so let's do that. Wham. And our intro. So I want to do the exact same thing with the intro, but I want to break it up. Or I'm leaning towards no chord at all. I think that's perfectly suitable. Loops in a weird place. Yeah. So let's put some drums to this and just see how it flows all together. Draw a MIDI block, which is command, click, drag. You know, I know this is gonna start with a kick and boom, and I'm just gonna sketch out the kicks first. Boom, boom. There, it's on the line. I don't really do anything too tricky. First kick is strong, next one is a little weaker. Dun, dun. So we're gonna make this first kick weaker and the second one higher. Ba ba. And there's another one here. And so we're gonna put a snare there. It just sounds like where there should be a snare. Right now it doesn't matter if you get the perfect drum parts. It's not what this is about. This is about sketching something out quickly. So we have some drums here, and they're not the final drums. This is just like, once again, this is the guide so we can build these blocks and start kind of laying out our tune with all these parts. So we have our blocks here, and that's pretty cool. So now you can see what it looks like, and we can take these things and we can smash them all together. Let's see how they all flow together. It's probably not going to be absolutely perfect, but it's going to be good enough to give us an idea of what we can do with these blocks and move them around and chop them up and, you know, arrange a composition. I'm going to put the this section and this section. You know, some parts are going to be longer, some parts are going to be longer, some are going to be shorter. Like this section, well, right now we'll make it twice as long. Why not? Boom. And then our little outro. A lot of these parts are going to be longer. The little transitions are going to be shorter, or as short as they are at least. I don't know yet. Boom. And let's take the whole thing. Wham. Let's just make sure that's good. That's good. So what does it sound like as these small parts, and how do they all flow? So there we go. Now we can take all this stuff and chop it up and arrange it and put spaces in and stops and all that kind of stuff. So this is the first draft of the arrangement. As you can see on the screen, everything is really chopped up. I've replaced some parts, I've added some parts. All the parts are coming from parts that already exist. And I might change a note here and there to make it flow better, whatever. I've got stops in there. I took the hook and I made sort of an introduction of the hook out of it. Most of this is edited. You know, I've kind of designed this. I'm not really writing it, I'm designing it. It's more like how a graphic designer would work. I'm a graphic designer. Through this process, I'm refining the drums, I'm adding little drum parts, I'm adding, you know, fills, all that kind of stuff. So this is what's going to tell me what the very final arrangement needs to be. So now we have our final arrangement. I've replaced all the guitars, I've replaced all the bass. This here is the previous one, and this here is the new one. All the drums are final. I've added all the fills I like. You'll notice the takes are a lot longer. The bass takes are especially longer, almost the entire section of each one. The guitar takes I did in smaller pieces because I didn't really know it very well. So I went for better feel and timing than really long takes. It's up to you. The longer you spend on it, the more you can refine it and the more you can play longer takes. I generally go for longer takes. This, I'm just trying to put a tune together. I was talking earlier about mixing and how that I mix as I go. So the whole thing is mixed. By the time I was done tracking all of this, it was mixed. And really for me, a mix is just like levels and panning. And I do very little in the way of plugins and all that kind of stuff. I will compress bass. I will do a little bit in terms of the effects for drums, like snare reverb, just reverb on the drums in general, and get a little bit more vibe out of the drums. I keep things pretty simple. So we're gonna bounce this down to a high resolution audio file, really what the native session resolution is currently. Option Control R gets you your render to file or bounce or whatever you want to call it. This tune is called Wetlands. Let's call it Wetlands Master Mix. MSTR. Put some hyphens in there because hyphens are cool. So this here is important. Extreme HQ, I go with the maximum settings. Render to file. Wham. Great. I've opened up this here mastering session. I'm using a session that I use all the time. I have my chain and I will just change the parameters or engage or disengage specific plugins based on whatever I'm mastering. I can open this up and I can always just drag a track in and master away. And I have two channels that I work out of. One is for heavier stuff and one is for softer stuff. And then I have the sort of main stack on the master bus. So let's listen to it. There's absolutely no mastering stuff at all. Mastering prep, the part that I do on the channel itself. And then here's the whole chain and its crazy difference. And for this mastering, I'm going for kind of crunching the mix down so that the drums are kind of compressing. The guitars sound like they're exploding, so I want the drums to kind of sound like they're exploding. I'm gonna bounce down to 44.1 kilohertz, full speed offline, select Extreme HQ, wave codec, and 16-bit PCM. Gonna render this down right now, wham. Good, wham. So in my folder, I have the Wetlands Wave that we just downloaded, and I have the cover, and you know, here's the fancy cover. This is where we go up to the world. We're gonna use DistroKid to do this. Thank you to DistroKid for helping us out in this video. If you don't know DistroKid, they've been around since about 2013. They're an independent digital music distribution service. And what this means is for a very small yearly fee, they get your music up to all the major online vendors and streaming services like Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and all the rest of them. And they do this without taking a single % cut from any of your sales or streams. If you want to take advantage of DistroKid's offer, you can click the link below in the description and they'll help you out, hook you up. Step 1, pick a plan. And there are 3 options in picking a plan: the Musician Plus, and the label. If you are totally on your own and you're just starting out, I would pick the Musician plan. You know, it's $19.99 US a year. You can upload unlimited tracks. So if you're pumping out tracks every month or every week, you can get them up there, as long as the artist name or the project name is the same. Musician Plus, $35.99 per year, and you can use 2 artist or band names. If you have 2 projects, I would pick this platform. And then there's the label platform, $79.99 per year if you have a whole bunch of different projects or a back catalog maybe that you want to put up under different artist names and band names and all that kind of stuff. If you break it down to the month, it's $6.67 per month. So I have a label plan because I'm working on collaborations with other people. I have multiple projects that I will be, you know, getting up soon, shortly. But today we're going to upload this cool track that we made. And the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to pick your stores, Spotify, Apple Music, etc., etc. I'm picking all of them. Number of songs, it's a single. Previously released, no. Artist or band name, foreigns, yes. Artist already in Apple Music, yes. Artist already in Spotify, yes. release date. This song is just me demonstrating this guitar as well as demonstrating how to put a tune together and get it out there. I'm not gonna set a release date in the future. If you have a real release and you have a marketing campaign and all that kind of stuff, you will set a release date. Pre-order. No, I'm not gonna pre-order, but you have the option to allow pre-order. So record label, this is something that I didn't really take fully seriously the first time I uploaded and why I'm re-uploading. I called this Robo Bunny, my record label. I don't have a label called Robo Bunny, and there is a website called Robo Bunny. There's a lot of things called Robo Bunny on the internet. I don't know what I was thinking. That was a stupid idea. So I'm just gonna see if I can put the bun .ca, which is my website. That's what I'm gonna put as my record label. So choose an image. You want to read this stuff and take this seriously. If you're not a graphic designer, work with a graphic designer. These things here are more specifications. So wetlands cover, I got this cool cover. I am a graphic designer, so these things are easy for me. Language, English, primary genre. Take these genres seriously. They don't have, you know, sludge or doom, but it is a subcategory of metal. So I'm gonna select metal. Do not, you know, people think it's all joking. They're like, I'm gonna select K-pop. Do not select K-pop if you are not a K-pop thing. It will F up your placement in all the stores and your discoverability. The secondary genre, we're gonna go alternative. I guess I'm alternative metal. Is that like a thing? Sure. All of this stuff, read it. Take it seriously because you will get rejected from stores if you mistitle your thing. And you want to put it all up in title case. Wetlands, bam. So the audio file, boom. So they support all these codecs and they will prepare the file from those codecs to whatever the stores need on the back end. It's all automated, they do that stuff. So we're gonna choose that file. And Wetlands Wave, wham. So songwriter, I wrote this song. Songwriter's real name, you gotta put your real name in here. Explicit lyrics, is this a radio edit? No. Instrumental, yes. This is definitely instrumental because instrumentals are the best. iTunes price, I can set the iTunes price. Instagram and Facebook, yes, I want it on there. YouTube money, I'm gonna say no to this. Because I'm a YouTuber and I use my music for the examples in all of my videos. In the past, my own videos would get flagged for copyright against my own copyright. Store maximizer, yes, bam. It will go to all the stores as the stores are introduced. Shazam and iPhone Siri, sure. And leave a legacy, sure. Even if I die, great. So I selected YouTube Music as a store, so I won't email DistroKid later asking why you upload my music to YouTube. I recorded this music. I'm not using any other artists' names, etc. And I have read and agreed to the terms of the DistroKid distribution agreement. It is lengthy, and you should probably read it when you have a moment. This is new since June 2019, so I'm not gonna read it right now. So we are done, and it's just gonna go up to the web super fast. Track 1, boom, boom, boom. Once your stuff goes up, you'll end up at this page, and they'll give you a little bit of info here in terms of when it will go live. If you end up using DistroKid, I'd love to hear about your experience in using it. I'd like to hear your music that you've published up there. If you're doing something low and heavy, that would be amazing. Also, if you are using a Danelectro, I'd like to know your thoughts on it because I have a very biased opinion of it. I think it's an amazing guitar. If you don't know about the Baritone Obsessed Facebook group, it is a private group. You can go to baritoneobsessed.com. It's probably like here. If you sign up for the group, make sure to answer the entry questions. That is the thing that filters out the spam. Answer the questions.
Subscribe if you love super low 6-string baritones.